season 2, bitches. Do that again.
Which one of us?
I don't know.
It was the way he went. Hey. Rob had an eventful day today.
Oh boy. Ooh, did I? Yes. Yes, I did. I got good and fucking drunk today. I got good and goddamn drunk. And I'm coming off of it now. So if I seem
Slowly
off,
but surely.
yeah.
That's awesome. How was your day, Grover?
Not eventful at all. Today. Um, I just pretty much I got a new toy. I got a new turntable, so I was just messing with that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I've yet to put a record on it. I don't know. I got to christen it with what the best record ever. So I got to find out which one that is.
That's awesome. So one thing that I noticed about you and me, Grover, is our chicken Alfredo love.
That is true.
I mean, I like chicken Alfredo.
This was a Jaden eye comment. No, I was playing about chicken Alfredo. No, go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Oh yeah, I was just saying I like chicken Alfredo, but I mean, it's not something that I have to have every other goddamn day like Jade does.
Hey, look,
sir.
it is a lifestyle.
Yeah. You got to be raised in the mean streets of Olive Garden.
There you go.
Olive Garden does have a really good chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
I haven't had Olive Garden in a long time.
Nor
Like
I.
it's been a minute.
The tortellini with the Alfredo sauce is the best, though.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
I can vouch for that. So it's funny because the other day I got home and before I went to work, I made chicken Alfredo for breakfast, and that was my breakfast that day.
What time did you wake up?
7. So by 8 o'clock, I was eating chicken Alfredo.
Did you raise the chicken and then
We
pluck the chicken and at 7 o'clock and then it was prepared by? Or you just got the hamburger helper?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Are they open? Are they open that early?
Who?
Olive Garden.
No, I made it.
Oh, you made it.
I made chicken Alfredo for breakfast.
Nice.
And my class was like, hey, everybody, welcome to, class, blah, blah, blah. They're like, Jade, what are you eating? I'm like, don't judge me, chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo.
Yes, Ryan, chicken Alfredo is love. Chicken Alfredo is life.
Yes.
Hey, we have Dave. He says, agreed. See? He gets it. Chicken Alfredo is the best.
Metal music and Alfredo. What else does the world need, right?
That's how I started my day.
Yeah. Welcome to the Chicken Alfredo cast.
Yeah, right? This definitely went to one of those things. And we have, Dylan. He says, what it do?
What it do?
So I actually played This Dying Breed on the pre-show twice, actually. Once in the beginning and once there towards the end. That's how I kind of ended out the radio show, the pre-show that we did before we came live here with all you beautiful people. And they got some really big kudos from people in the chat talking about the breakdown and Dylan's vocals. So shout out Dylan on vocals for This Dying Breed.
Exactly.
Big fan. Really, really big fan of those guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The best little brothers I never wanted. So real quick, before we get started, we have some things coming up for season 2 of Off the Record, and you're just gonna have to tune in to find out what they are. But you definitely want to make sure that you're tuning in to Off the Record for some pretty cool stuff we have coming your way. So before we actually get any further, we have some events that I found that we can talk about that are coming up, and a few of these almost all of these I'm super excited for. So on Sunday, September 22nd in Melbourne, Florida, at the John Cain Arena, Parkway Drive is going to be doing their 20-year anniversary tour, and they're bringing I Prevail, The Ghost Inside, and Void of Vision. So if you are up for a road trip going to Melbourne, go for it. Check them out. Parkway Drive, I Prevail. I mean, come on, you can't. The Ghost Inside, Void of Vision. It's gonna be a hell of a show.
I love Parkway Drive.
I do too.
They're really
I do too. We also have on Sunday, November 10th at the Tallahassee Amphitheater, T-Pain's going to be performing, but there's not really a whole lot of detail about it, and we don't know who's going to be with him.
Gonna buy you a drink.
But T-Pain's coming home, I guess.
Yeah, as long as it's not a 10-minute performance, I guess.
Yeah, right. Okay, look. Let's talk about that for a second. So Dylan says yes, yes, yes. Dave says that's going to be an awesome show. I Prevail is awesome live. Agreed. And Dylan said, when is that? So Parkway Drive, their 20-year anniversary tour is going to be on Sunday, September 22nd in Melbourne. Melbourne. How I want to say it.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. I say Melbourne, but I'm also from the South, so.
Melbourne.
It's like,
that T-Pain show is sold out. That T-Pain show is sold out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who they're bringing. So Grover made the comment about the whole 10-minute show. And I feel like I'm on one of those episodes from Family Guy. You know what really grinds my gears? So for my birthday, back in April, we went to Legacy at the Riverfront, and Timberland was it Timberland? Yeah, it was Timberland. No, who was it? Twista. That's who it was. Twista. Thank you. See, that's how memorable it was. So Twista played, and literally was a 20-minute show. He didn't sing one full song. He sang bits and pieces of other people's songs that he was featured in. It was shitty. So I give 0 stars. Don't waste your money.
T-Pain's not going to do that, though.
No, absolutely. I know. And I am a fan of T-Pain. And actually, he's got this YouTube channel where he goes live, and there was a few where he actually talked about, it gave really great advice and tips for bands who are wanting to get signed. And he gave some insight about what to stay away from and what to look for. And it was actually pretty fucking cool that he was like, no, you don't want to do this. And yes, you want to do that. And he's like, I went independent with the best choice made. And it was pretty cool that, he took the time, made the video, and there was like a lot of artists, musicians, bands that were in his chat asking him questions. He was answering those questions. It was pretty cool. But he goes live a lot on his YouTube and talks about, this is what it's like when you get signed, and here's some things that you don't get that. So
I got to meet him before he was T-Pain.
Really?
Yeah, I did. He was in a group called the Nappy Heads.
The Nappy Roots.
Nappy Roots. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Nappy Roots at the time whenever I met him. And if you watch his excuse me, I've got some shit going on with my throat. If you watch his interviews and the way that he speaks to people, that is exactly how I fucking remember him.
Yeah.
His way of approaching people from whenever I met him, and this is like a long goddamn time ago. This is like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
That I met him. His way of speaking to people has not changed.
Right.
At all. He is such a cool, he's just a really good dude.
Yeah, very genuine.
Very genuine, very I don't want to say he was kind of soft-spoken at the time. Maybe he's not quite so soft-spoken anymore.
He was T-Gentle, not T-Pain.
Right, he was T-Gentle, not T-Pain. His real name is Fahim. But anyways, I have so much respect for that dude. And whenever I heard that his show sold out, I was like, good. Yeah. Fucking good for him.
Absolutely. And it's funny because you see interviews where I think the thing that I really respect is seeing his YouTube videos is that he doesn't sugarcoat shit.
No.
And he'll tell you straight up, like, no, this is what really happened. Like he was talking about when he first got signed and how he was like, when the record company gives you this amount of money, you have to pay that amount of money back.
So 360 deal, I think.
Right. Yeah. And he would sit there and he totally called out people. He's like, no, he's like, because this motherfucker. And I was like, who? And like he like no fucks given. So I have a lot of respect for him as an artist. I haven't got to meet him, in person, but that would be really cool. But I mean, I am a fan of T-Pain.
Yeah.
Another event that's happening Saturday, September 28th, and this is one I'm really looking forward to because my inner nerd screams. But Star Wars: A New Hope will be in concert, and it's going to be happening at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center, and that's Saturday, September 28th. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I actually have a few things myself. Guys, I'm so sorry. A few things just real quick myself. There was a show last night at the Chill Spot in Crawfordville. Buck Banzai and the Dusty Growlers played last night. I have not had a chance to make it out to the Chill Spot myself. It's too hot. Look,
Yeah.
it's an outside venue and it's too fucking hot.
Yeah.
But but they did have a show last night. I talked to Buck earlier this morning, and he said it went pretty well. Speaking of Buck, he is putting out new music soon under Buck Banzai. He has not released or he has not announced a release date yet, but that is in process.
Nice.
Also, speaking of local shit, my buddy Kevin Johnson, formerly of PS fucking G, today's his birthday. Kevin, probably no chance in hell you're watching this, but if you do, fucking happy birthday, man.
Happy fucking birthday.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Another thing that I wanted to touch on real quick, not local, but Randy Bly of Lamb of God is putting out a new book.
Hell yeah.
He previously released a book called Dark Days, which I highly encourage everyone to check out. It talks about his time whenever he was imprisoned in the Czech Republic, and he fought the good fight, and the charges against him were released. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about it. It's called Dark Days. Check it out. His new book is called Just Beyond the Light, Living with the War Inside My Head.
Nice.
Yes, set to be released on February 18th of this coming year, and I will be picking that up as soon as it comes out. I'm a really big fan of Randy Bly. He's one of those guys that I want to meet. Like, we don't have to talk about music and shit. Like, I just want to talk about,
Yeah.
I don't know, bills. Shit.
Something. Anything.
Yeah.
Talk about the color blue.
Right.
Start working on your dreads with your long
Yeah.
hair.
He has shaven his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he no longer has the
I went to that. That gets hot as fuck.
yeah. His hair is just a little bit longer than yours. Yeah. it's only a little bit longer, buddy.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Mine's aerodynamic. You know.
There you go. There you go. So speaking of birthdays, we have a show that's coming up here at Legacy at the Riverfront in Tallahassee on September 14th. And we are going to be celebrating the man, the myth, the legend, Shaggy's birthday.
Shaggy, yes.
So that's going to be on September 14th. The band Sonic Boom will be in concert. So make sure you stop by and give Shaggy some birthday love. He definitely deserves it. And thank him for being one of the best sound guys in Tallahassee and in the local area, because he puts on the best shows and his sound is just, what's that? Oh, chef's kiss.
There's always that one guy who's known throughout the whole local community as the sound guy. Yeah, we have one here.
That's him. That's him. You can't get better than Shaggy. Shaggy's a badass. Also, just announced on October 13th at Legacy at the Riverfront, Sick Puppies is going to be coming to Legacy on October 13th, live in concert. They're going to have guests Anything But Human, Chasing the Devil, and one of my favorite bands, Shallow Side, is going to be with them. And then, of course, not saving the best for last or anything, but one of the big shows we have coming up is Tallahassee's Fall Jambacue. And that's going to be at Legacy at the Riverfront on October 19th and is presented by Godwin Entertainment. And this is going to be a huge show. There's going to be 2 stages, 15 bands, local vendors, and tickets are on sale now. You actually go to the Facebook page, type in Jambacue. When you search, it'll come up with the event. Any of those bands have tickets. Make sure you pick up a ticket from a band. And yeah, come see some badass bands play.
Well, guess where I'll be that night?
Where?
I'll be at Legacy at the Riverfront.
Oh, no way.
I will absolutely be there.
I'll be there.
Take some footage live.
Yes.
Absolutely. So are you trying to tell me, Grover, you're not going to be here?
Well,
You're not coming?
there's about
Well,
1,600 miles in between, that are getting in my way, or else I'd go.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. You know what? I have one of my mom's friends in North Carolina is coming down just to see the show.
no
Well, now
way.
No excuses, Grover. No excuses.
Do it.
It's called PTO.
That's true.
It's a big excuse.
True. You are not wrong there. So those are the local shows that we have coming up, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited for the Star Wars: A New Hope in concert. I'm not gonna lie. My inner nerd is just like the entire
Those are
time.
always badass. You see
Always.
a live orchestration of
Yes. Yeah, my
definitely.
inner band nerd is like, oh, nostalgia.
Plus, they have
Ryan
the
says, I'm
Rocky
going to
Horror.
have to be there for Jambacue. Yes, you will have to be here for Jambacue.
Now, Ryan, you got like 15 miles to travel with yourself, buddy.
Make it
I'm
happen.
just gonna Uber.
Make it happen. Yeah, right.
Man,
All right. So,
Yeah.
what is. Oh, hang on. Where'd it go? It just popped up. Never mind. It's gone.
the world will never know.
I know. The suspense is just going to kill everybody.
Right.
It's going to be that thing. So I did have a few people that had sent over some questions. Do you guys want to get into some questions?
Yeah.
me.
Are you ready?
Are
Rob,
these-
are you sure you're ready?
Are these
Yeah.
personal or,
Just random questions.
I'm single. I don't know if
And then we may or may not have a special guest coming on soon. So just saying, you might want to stick around. Who could it be?
Hmm.
Real quick before we ask questions, Grover, don't you have a show coming up?
Well, if you want to talk about it a little bit, yeah, I do.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
So the band, is getting back together. We're going to throw in our 2 practices in 1 month, and we're going to try to just, kick some ass on the 20th this month, downtown bar called Bonds. It's the first time we're playing there as a group, so we're looking forward to it. It's going to be probably one of the heavier shows that we've done. So we're taking all the weak shit out and trying to put all the as heavy stuff as possible. And so that's gonna be fun. I'm glad we go 3rd out of 6. Honestly, it's not a bad time slot. Like 10 o'clock. You get a little buzz before, you get a lot buzzed after.
There you go.
Got some friends going, so it's gonna be more of a party atmosphere.
Hell yeah.
So that's what
Those
I'm
are the best shows.
Exactly. So
That's awesome. And
So,
when
yeah.
is this going to be?
this is the 20th on a Friday.
Nice.
So no excuse. So y'all can fly now.
Damn, I just saw how that happened.
If y'all
Oh,
need
there's
to,
tickets.
discounted. Woo.
Woo. So hit up Grover for tickets if you're in the area. Go check them out.
Yeah,
Definitely worth it.
exactly. So, but I'm excited for Wednesday. We're gonna go see some Bush. Harry Pie. If y'all haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds, that's where that's from. Harry Pie with Candlebox. I told a friend we should just get fucked up and fight all the Candlebox fans at the arena. You know, what'd you say about Bush?
You know,
I don't know how good the show's going to be. Honestly, Bush has some good songs here and there. You know,
what? Some. I wanted you to correct your math there.
Maybe one song. Okay, fine.
Wow.
Just mess with you.
Wow.
This is it's a free ticket given to me. And a group of us from work are going.
Nice.
So it's a little group outing from work. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm getting out of the house to go see some live music.
What date is the 30th?
Oh no,
Or the show on Thursday? What date is Thursday?
I think actually the show's on the 4th or the 5th. I forgot. I got to check my calendar. The Bush show?
Yeah. I think I know someone going with you.
Yeah, a few people.
Yeah, I think I know somebody. Sent me a message and was like, "Hey, don't forget, I gotta leave early."
Oh yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about too.
Yep.
Our,
I was
our
like,
Theo.
yeah, yep. I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. Go for it. You're good. That's
but
awesome.
they all have to work tomorrow, and I don't. See, I'm the older, the more, I guess,
Senior.
experience of the concert goers just by age. I go, you got to take off the next day. You're going to be thinking about work while he's singing Glycerine or some shit, you know.
Right.
You want to enjoy the night, not think about the next day. I got to get up early. I can't drink my 8th beer, you know, things like that.
Just say no.
Yeah.
Don't give in to the temptation, Rob.
So I'm the only one that's probably going to be woo, with my shirt off and
twist it around your head, spin it like a helicopter.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Hey, that's my thing. That's my jam.
Getting kicked out. You ever seen that episode of South Park where Randy goes, "I thought this was America." He's like, "That's gonna be me."
I can totally see that too.
Put me in the holding cell at the venue. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this week. It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah! Lots of good concerts going on for sure. All right, you guys ready for the first question?
Do
Let's do it.
If someone wrote a book about you, what would it be called?
Why did I do that?
Why did I do that?
Grover's second thoughts on these decisions. That's probably what I would. Yeah. Rob's why did I drink that?
Yeah, that's definitely Rob.
Wait a minute. I don't drink that fucking much.
We kid because we love you.
Yeah. Jade, what will yours be?
Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. Putting me on the spot to have to answer this question right now. Yeah. The only thing that immediately comes to mind is my favorite Metallica song called Outlaw Torn.
Okay.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I like it. That's acceptable.
If you were to ask me that question in like an hour, I'd probably have a better answer for you.
Right.
But having to answer that question right now, yeah, that's what it would be.
I can see the book cover with you on a horse with a guitar strapped to your back.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
The black, nice cowboy hat.
Yes.
I could totally see that. Okay, so really random. So because you just kind of described Rob's attire, There is this one outfit that I've seen Rob wear that I absolutely love on Rob. Okay. So he was wearing a pair of jeans. He has this really pretty Carolina blue shirt with a black vest.
Oh, with the black vest,
Love
yeah,
it. I love
yeah.
it.
And
Rob rocks it.
you know what's hilarious about that? That T-shirt is just a fucking T-shirt. Like
It's such a
like,
pretty blue though. Cowboy hat and rhinestone boots from Justin.
Yes.
There we go. I can totally see it.
I've got 3 or 4 copies, like literally 3 or 4 copies of that same shirt. It's all North Carolina blue. It's a T-shirt with a breast pocket, and that's it. But
Nice.
no, I kind of agree with you that blue shirt with the vest on, yeah, that does look pretty sharp, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It looks really good on you. And to Justin's point, he said cowboy hat and rhinestone boots. You can't forget about the tassels. Gotta
Right,
have the
cowboy.
Gotta have the tassels. Our special guest should be joining here momentarily.
And
Just FYI.
The little spurs also in silver rhinestones. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Am I imagining too much about Rob and what he's wearing? Probably so.
Do you want to
That's not healthy.
continue? Do you want to continue with that thought there, Grover?
No, I'm good.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. I'll tell you whatever it is you want to know, buddy. On camera.
On camera, he says.
The suspense.
All right. So here's the next one. What is the weirdest thing you've done in public? Come on, Rob. Come on.
No. You guys go. Let me. I need to think about this. I've done some pretty. I'm sure I've probably done some pretty dumb shit in public. Nothing comes to mind at this moment.
What I was told that I did, it was my birthday, and apparently I was feeling a little freaky, and so I got a broomstick or a pull stick, and I started pole dancing on it.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm a little conservative guy. I don't go out and do too much of that stuff. I'm a little shy on that, but apparently that night I was feeling it. So I guess that's the only thing I can think of that I did. Probably
So
didn't look.
mine's similar, but it was my 21st birthday. I walked to the bar. It was called O'Larry's Irish Pub. And I turned 21 at midnight, and the bartender's like, I'm going to let you slide, you know? So when I went in, I was like, it's my 21st birthday. I didn't pay for one drink. But in order to get to the bar, I had to go through a neighborhood, a baseball field of an elementary school, another neighborhood, a Food Line parking lot, gas station parking lot, and 4 lanes of highway traffic to get to the bar. And I was like, I know it's my 21st. I know I'm going to be slammed. I'm going to be like completely hammered. So I'm going to walk, right? So I walked. Get to the bar, didn't pay for one of my drinks. I don't remember how I got home. I do remember that I stopped in the gas station to pick up beer for the first time legally, you know. I bought a green stuffed frog. I don't remember cutting through the Food Line parking lot or the neighborhood. I tried to fall asleep in left field using this frog as my pillow. I don't remember getting through the neighborhood, but apparently when I got to my neighborhood, which my neighborhood wasn't like the safest neighborhood, but according to the people I were with, I started yelling, it's my 21st birthday. And I invited some drug dealers into my house. And I went to sleep. And I don't remember any of that. But I remember I woke up the next morning and I really wanted some Ritz crackers. And apparently these dudes ate all my Ritz crackers.
Oh,
I was so pissed off. And I had a roommate, Brian, who was in the Army. And Brian and my little brother were there, and they were like, we don't know who these people were, but we wouldn't let them go anywhere outside the living room and the kitchen. And they, I guess, just eventually they just left. And I went, cool. And they're like, don't do that again. I'm like, I honestly don't remember. I was so fucked up. But apparently I did a lot of stuff that I would not do sober while I was in the bar. I stood on the back of a motorcycle while someone was driving it around the parking lot. So yeah, I don't remember any of this. So
Well,
I
happy
guess that would
birthday.
be
No, sounds like a good birthday party to me. Yeah.
exactly right. Rob, what about you?
I'm not dodging the question. I cannot think of anything worth telling that I've done in public. Kind of bouncing off of what you just said. I went to I just moved to Tallahassee. Our next door neighbors were throwing a fucking house party, and I didn't invite myself. Like I kind of went outside for a second. They're like, "Hey, man, come on over. We're throwing a party," and they were fucking almost literally shoving beer down my throat. It's like, "Hey, man, here's another. Hey, man, here's another. Hey, man, here's another." Right? and and then apparently I drank all their beer, and like, "Hey, man, here's some Hypnotic." Right?
Mhm.
And if you've ever drinking Hypnotic, it's like fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
It's like Kool-Aid with alcohol,
Yep.
basically. And I don't think I drank the whole fucking bottle, but I drank a lot of it. My roommate. So I finally made my way, home next door and everything, and it was late. I mean, it was really fucking late. My roommate had to be at work in a couple of hours, and I was trying to crawl up the fucking stairs. I was throwing up all over the fucking place, and I remember telling my roommate that I didn't want to die like all the other rock stars.
Were you 25 years old? That's when they.
I was I was not 20 yet.
Oh wow!
I was no. Excuse me. I think I was 20. I was not 21 yet. I was not legally old enough to drink at the time. But yeah, I remember telling my roommate, and we were in a band. My roommate and I. I remember telling him I didn't want to die like the other rock stars. Now, the same guy, John Wallace, he ended up being my best man at my wedding, and he asked me if he could retell that story during his toast. I was like, no, fuck, no, you can't fucking tell people that fucking story. Her family's gonna be there. My family's gonna be there. No, you can't fucking tell people that story.
That's funny. I would have totally done it with or without your consent. I would have totally done it. All right, you guys ready for some special guests?
Let's do it.
Yay!
They're going to be subjected to these questions too, FYI. So be prepared.
Oh,
ready? And boom! Look who it is.
Listen.
Oh, this fucking
This fucking guy. I just saw him. I can't escape him.
Do what? Say that again.
A special 1 and 2.
So I think Josh is joining us from his phone. So when we talk, it'll cut out his sound. FYI.
Okay, so we can't talk over him then.
Can't talk over Josh. Look at him getting special treatment, being the special guest.
Special ed.
You will listen.
As a lead singer, that's all he wants is special treatment.
So what's been going on with you two?
We peed together in the same toilet today.
Nice.
Yeah. I drove back from Tallahassee. I fucking hate I-10.
That part.
Hung out, made jokes, and went grocery shopping. Rockstar lifestyle.
Hell yeah. You guys took your relationship up to that next level then, huh? Same toilet and all?
Yeah. Yeah. He let me win. Sort of. Because he's a sweetheart.
It smelled like bologna. It was really weird.
Thought you weren't going to tell anyone.
So for those of you who are watching and don't know, we have Justin. He's down there. Justin is the guitarist of Tragic. And then over here, we have Josh, who is the lead singer of the band Tragic.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have any well, we did talk about the show that you guys are going to be playing on October 19th. Do you guys have any news on Tragic's end?
We just got a new track back from mastering, so that's very exciting.
Oh yeah.
It slaps so hard. It's so good. I love it.
Which one?
I don't think you heard. Everybody's scared to talk.
Because whenever
which-
anybody talks over you, we can't hear you.
Which
Well, that's good.
which song?
I don't think you've heard this one yet, Rob.
Ooh, new shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like new shit.
It's pretty awesome, man. Like that's probably. I'm trying to finish up this EP, so that's like the last song for the EP. No, we're sending off for one more song. Last song, so we'll have a 6-song.
Yeah. Yeah. The song is called 50 Ways to Fist Fight a Horse.
Is it really?
No.
Oh,
I wish. Josh won't let me name songs.
You see why?
Well, he's not wrong for it.
I would just hear it just based on the title, But as far as-
Yeah, no, the song makes me want to fist fight a horse, though. It's really good. It's called Disconnected. It's really, really well done.
I've heard it.
Is this better? Does it cut out when I talk now?
Hey, that is better.
Why does
so
Jay
much
get
better.
special treatment to hear the songs first from Tragic? How does that happen? I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky.
Yeah.
It's just been a tradition with me and Rob. I don't even think my wife's heard it yet. So
I have.
Disconnected?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, you did. All right.
Before you sent it off.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so much better now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet. I bet. So real quick, we have Doug in the chat. He said, Jade, y'all get ready. We're dropping a new Friday the 13th. I'm all here for some new.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm
Love some
excited.
new.
World's Fair Hotel. And Ryan says, can't wait to hear the new stuff. Tragic fucking rules.
Yes.
Not really, but hell yeah, dude.
I mean, we're I.
Josh doesn't even rule his household. What do you
I
think?
know. Jesus Christ. I don't know anything anymore. But yeah, we're excited about it, man. Honestly, I think it's probably I'm super proud of this one. It's taken longer than we expected, but that's a good thing. Like the Disconnected track, man, was probably vocally the hardest thing I've ever written. Like it took almost 3 months to write the vocals and vocal lines and lyrics, and
Yeah, he probably sent like 7 or 8 different vocal tracks of like, hey, I changed this. I was like, the last one was good too, though. Like, what are you doing? But what he ended on is way better than the beginning.
If you sat on the vocals for 3 fucking months, then yeah,
they better be good. Huh? Shit.
yeah. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. I have confidence in you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the hardest part is the melodies. Yeah, I usually start with the chorus, like figure out the chorus first, and then I'll sum up my verse with whatever whatever I'm talking about in the chorus, But this one, I started with the verse, and then I was like, well, fuck, what am I going to do with a chorus now?
Did you already have the guitar parts laid out for your lyrics, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, so I'll write it all out, and just like how we do our recordings is we got our own studio, so we'll lay down the guitars, drums, scratch, bass, and then we send the stems off for like production. So what we do now is I'll kind of send the guitars, the drums, and the bass, and I'll ask Miles, hey, just send me back, just a mild little mix of it, and then I'll start working on the vocals, because he'll usually take it and try to change things a little bit and make it sound a little better. So I don't really like writing my vocals until after I get like that first little rough mix, so I know what direction it's going into, you know. But yeah, I mean, I rewrote the verse like 6 times, the verse melodies, and then found the verse that I liked, and then it was onto the chorus, and then it was like 4 or 5 different choruses I wrote until I found something that, you know. And the cool thing is, I suggest to everybody, like, take your time with it and like be happy with something. Give it like a week or 2. Don't listen to it. Go back to it. Listen, and usually you're like, that fucking sucks, and then you'll end up rewriting the whole thing again.
Well, at least they're honest, you know.
Yeah, right. So,
Just
and
looks,
one
man.
thing,
Sorry, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah.
and one thing about Tragic is with your guys' sound, Justin's like the perfect guitar fit with his style and how he plays. He like fit perfectly in like a piece of puzzle. But you did this vocal cover of Bad Omens, and those high notes that you were able to hit, like, is crazy. It's crazy. Like, I sit here and I'll like try to hum along, you know, when I'm listening, when your stuff pops up on my Spotify, and I can't even hum that high. And I'm like, it's crazy. And like, you guys seeing where you started versus where you're at now, like, you guys are
Yes.
only going to continue to get better.
Yep. I really love and respect the approach of writing whatever part it is and then not listening to it, put it down, come back to it 2 weeks later, and tell me how you like it then.
Yeah.
Whenever you're writing, you're so involved in it, right? Like, you're so intensely, you know, you're really concentrating on it, and you kind of get into a bubble, kind of like you kind of get into your own head, and you kind of have your own kind of I don't know, perspective on it. But whenever you put it down and pick it up fucking 2 weeks later, you have a whole nother perspective.
Oh yeah.
that you're approaching it with, and that
Yeah.
is so fucking cool. I've never heard anybody say put it down and come back to it 2 weeks later and tell me how you like it then.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never heard anybody do that.
a lot of producers and mixers say to do that shit too. If you're working on a track, they're like, you know, get it to where you want it and just don't fucking listen to it. Come back to it. I mean, it's just like refreshing your ears. Like, and for me, like, I dive so fucking heavy in the lyrical content and making sure I put 100% in these songs, especially this EP, because I think I just want to put 100%, man. Like, you know, I could fucking die tomorrow, who knows? But so I just try to make everything I do the best that I can possibly fucking do. And Disconnected was one of those songs where it's kind of like the riff and how it was a little different, you know. So I had to think a little differently and take a little different approach to it. But I suggest everybody do that, man, and don't settle. Like, I remember back in my older bands, like we would write the songs in the room, and the first thing that popped in the vocalist's head, that's what the song was.
Yep.
And I feel like you kind of shoot yourself in the foot when you do that. I don't think you should write vocals and lyrics and stuff in a room. I think you should get into a studio and have it on your phone, like a rough mix, to really just chew on it for a while, you know, to get the best product that you want, you know. That's what works for me, you know.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You get into the right environment, and then it's just it starts working for you. You know, you're with your band, you're like in a music room, your own little studio, and you know it helps bring out the creativity. I've noticed personally myself. You know, you got to find your special place, I guess, how I call it. You know, so.
Yeah, and that little studio, man, I've had for years, and man, that's just my place. Like, I like to be isolated when I'm doing my lyrics and my vocals, and I like to be able to just dive deep, you know. Like, that's just my little spot, like your little studio there, man. That's just, you feel comfortable. There's a vibe there. You feel good. You know, there's something about it for sure.
So Justin, how does that inspire you being in the band and being the guitar player? How does that bring inspiration to what you bring to the band?
I'm actually like the complete opposite. But I try not to overthink things. Like, does this sound good? Does it match, the other arrangements that we have in the song? And realistically, my job is to make sure that what Josh wants the lyrical content to be or the harmonies to be is what I'm wanting to do going to match that, or is it going to throw it off? And if it's throwing it off, it doesn't belong there. If it matches that, perfect. Can I improve it? No. Great. Then this is where it is. I try not to overthink it. Like I'll take a second and kind of come back to it after a couple of days, but I'm trying not to overthink anything.
Absolutely.
And also, no one's going to be like, oh yeah, that song. How's that song go? No, they're going to be like, oh yeah, it's the song with the chorus that goes, I'm feeling inside yet. No one gives a shit what I'm doing. There's like 5 other dudes in the back of the crowd that are like this, looking at what I'm doing. Like, yeah, that's okay.
Those hammer on,
Yeah.
triplets. You're like,
Yeah. You could have done a syncopated thing, but like, whatever. That's what I would have done. All right, cool. We get it, bro. That's fine.
Yeah, the cool
Two
thing
years.
with Justin, man, like he's been such a great addition to the band, and like there's no like I can talk to Justin and make decisions, and he's okay with it. Like, we were gonna put hit the songs he wrote on the EP, but then I kind of had this other thing that I was writing, and it just seemed like it would be a better fit for the EP. I told Justin, I was like, I don't want to be offend you by any means. I was like, but I think this song here is going to be better for the EP. And he was like, yeah, dude, like, so I think that's what makes this band special is we're all like, we don't get offended by shit. Like at some time we know Justin's going to be writing the fucking song for this band. But at this moment with this EP, it just made sense,
Yeah, we communicate like adults.
Right.
And we talk to each other and point, counterpoint, we discuss it, we open it up. We're all comfortable having uncomfortable conversations, and it's just, it's what fits better for the atmosphere of the EP, like Josh was saying, or what works best for the song, or, does this song even work in the set anymore? Cool, let's get rid of it. No, I really like that song. Well, it doesn't fit anything else. So, let's just move forward. We're working towards, what is it? We're playing the songs, not the instruments.
right?
There you go. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Absolutely. So
As long as Unbroken doesn't leave the set, that's fine.
Oh, see, well, we're about to disappoint you because we just officially announced that we're not playing that song ever again.
Delete.
or when Rob shows up to the show.
Don't play that fucking song.
Josh comes up to everybody. Oh shit, Rob's here. We got to cut Unbroken.
That song's the hardest fucking song to sing live too. Like it is rough. Like there's it's like one of those songs you write and you're like, fuck, I gotta do this at shows, like on a stage, sing this shit. Like, God, why'd I do this? Did
you, Josh, because I don't know if we talked about this, but did you have trouble when we did the Eclipse show and then Legacy, like the next night? Did you have trouble singing that song back to back like that?
Not really. Saturday was a good show. Friday was really bad for me. Like I was just, my in-ears were like completely gone on that Jacksonville show. I don't really need them a lot, but like there's certain songs when you're using these backing tracks that I cue off of vocally. So I think the Friday night really was rough for me. Like, man, I just like mentally and physically just wasn't there. Saturday I felt a lot better. We played at the Warrior, like things just felt better, but yeah, it's a little tough. Yeah. Going back to back like that, you got a little taste of what could be, and kind of knowing, hey, I should probably take better care of my voice and stuff if I'm doing back-to-back shows, like, but we had some major technical difficulties in Jacksonville. It was like fucking Justin's guitar went into fucking some weird shit, and my in-ears were like completely gone, and I'm like looking at them like, hey guys, I don't know if you know this, but I don't hear anything. Like,
I grabbed the wrong in-ear pack, so I didn't have any click whatsoever.
Oh god.
And there was I think it was Remember, and me and Sevi are both supposed to start at the same time, and I look at Sevi and I'm like, I'm fucked. I don't have anything. He's like, don't worry, I've got you. I'll count you in. He didn't fucking count me in. Just left me there hanging. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just catch up. It's fine. No one cared. Like that show, the Jacksonville show was a great environment. Like everybody there was just super pumped and super just super happy to be there, and it was a great time. And
yeah, that was awesome.
Legacy the next night was just as awesome and just as intense. Like Tallahassee never fails to impress me. I absolutely love playing there now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Legacy was our Legacy. Eclipse was cool because that's like where we got our start. So like our first show ever. Well, I won't say our first show ever. That was like our first show to a crowd. Our first show was a live stream show during the COVID session, which was really weird because it was videoed live and there was no crowd. And that was our first show, which was really fucking strange. Because it's kind of hard to find energy and motivation to play a good show when there's nobody in the crowd, you know?
Yeah.
And then
You have the camera guy and that's it.
Yeah, but Eclipse is like, then we played Eclipse and that was like our first real, and then so it brought back memories because that's like where our first start was. We played there a lot. When we first started, played Jacksonville a lot. So it was really cool to get back to Eclipse after, a year and a half from not playing there. And all the same people came out to the show that, we haven't seen in forever. So that was a really cool environment. No matter how shitty it was on our end, we still had fun,
So real quick in the comments, we have Doug says, actual correction, we need Tragic World's Fair Hotel and This Dying Breed show in the future.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah,
and
I'm down with that.
Doug said, Ryan said, what Doug said.
What Ryan said.
Well, Ryan said, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have
Doug said what Doug said.
We have Dustin. He said, I love Josh.
Oh,
He's different.
I love
How could you not?
Right. I'm biased though. And Doug says, bro,
There's some people that hate me.
So that's why it's taken so long to finish our album, because we do the same thing. We'll record it, mix it, and not listen to it, then come back, and if it sounds like ass, we scrap it and we go back to the drawing board.
Yep.
Yeah. Dustin says, go ahead.
Everybody's approach is different. I mean, realistically, as long as you're happy with the product and the art that you're putting out, then however long it takes, just make it right, make it accurate to what you want to put out there.
Exactly, and there's no wrong or right way. Justin, your approach is no, there's nothing wrong with the way that you approach it versus Josh does.
Yeah,
right.
It's totally wrong.
Josh, I'm trying to be fucking diplomatic here, man.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. I'm sorry.
That say our singer writes a song, and then all of a sudden, like, the bass player and guitar will do their own thing, without telling the singer, and it's like, okay, that works. It's just sometimes a group thing. They feel it. I feel like I'm going to do this. All right, do it. Whatever makes the song better. So,
yeah, and it's weird for us because like Justin's in Jacksonville, it's like,
right.
But we're getting to a point now where like the EP's about to wrap up, so like we can start, not having to practice the set every time he comes out, and actually be able to start writing again and actually start trying to write in a room together and just try it a little differently. And it's always great to try different avenues. Like for this EP, it just worked the way we did it this time. Maybe the next EP or next album we do, it's better for us to write in a room together. Like, you just never know, but it's good to test those boundaries and figure out, what works best.
Absolutely. We also have Brian in the chat. He said, "Oi," and he
Oi.
says he meant unbroken is so fun though. He corrected himself, and he says, "I'll count you in." Start song.
Yep, 100%. That is totally accurate.
Yeah.
So we have questions that were sent in, and now since you two are the special guests, the surprise.
Since you're hearing shit,
Yeah, so
I
you
gotta
guys
go,
get
guys.
to answer.
he needs to go wash his hair.
Yeah, right.
I refuse to answer that. I might perjure myself.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth, yeah.
So one of the questions is, what is your guilty pleasure movie or TV show?
Justin.
TV show right now is Suits.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
that's good shit. That's good
It's so
shit.
good. And then also Gilmore Girls and One Tree Hill.
It
Oh
was
my
the laugh.
fucking god.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's movie. I don't know. I'm a terrible movie watcher. Everybody's like, oh, have you seen? I don't know. Godfather? No. Godfather 2? No. Don't care
Yeah.
at
50
all.
Shades
But
of
I've
Grey?
seen like the most random thing, like Death Spot. I've seen that. It's awesome. It's terrible, but it's awesome.
I thought you were about to say Train Spotting or something. Completely.
Train
random.
Spotting was good. I mean,
I liked it.
It was fine.
That shit was weird as fuck.
It really was.
As far as a movie about doing heroin is concerned, yeah, it's fine.
Right.
It's just-
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole toilet scene is what got me. I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
yeah.
Mm.
Josh, what about you?
I don't watch too much, man. I'll sometimes I'll find something good. Like me and Justin were talking about FX's Shogun. Like I'm really big into samurai and Japanese culture and shit like that. So like I really dig deep in that stuff. You don't see a lot of it anymore, but that Shogun is really good on FX. That was like a really awesome show. That was like my biggest recent one. Movies. We watched Deadpool and Wolverine. That was good. But as far as movies that come on TV, like if I've ever seen Forrest Gump, I'm watching fucking Forrest Gump.
Yep.
If I ever seen
Oh, yeah.
Talladega Nights, I'm watching Talladega Nights. Like Ricky
Hell yeah.
Bobby
I
all
don't-
day, every day. You know.
I don't
No,
care at
you're
what
right.
point Forrest Gump starts. I'm gonna finish that movie.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
So
great. Yeah, so great. So yeah, those are my my go-tos. And like, you pay for cable television, they play the same fucking movie every fucking weekend. So it's like
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
The Lord of the Rings is killing me. Like, do we have to put it on
Don't
TV
we?
every weekend?
Yes, you do.
No.
You have to have it
There's so many movies out there. It's like, why do we play the same shit every time?
because Lord of the Rings is the shit.
If it wasn't for sports, I probably wouldn't have cable TV.
Pretty disagree.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
It's terrible.
So as far as guilty pleasure TV is concerned, Downton Abbey
Okay.
and The Golden Girls.
Oh, I love the Golden.
Oh, I remember watching that when I was a wee boy with my grandmother.
Oh yeah.
And the one-liners and the little jabs that they
Yeah.
get in on that show are just fucking, it's incredible. As far as guilty pleasure movie is concerned, I
Fucking hair in my
I-
face. I don't know where it's coming from. Sorry.
I can't believe that I'm admitting this on camera. The Holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Holiday.
Okay.
Which one? What is that?
I haven't heard of that.
That's Jack Black. I can't think of the chick's name at the moment. Anyways, it's about two people swapping houses for the holidays, and it's
Okay.
it's a shitty fucking rom-com, but as far as guilty pleasures are concerned, yeah, I kind of dig it.
I
Blonde
bet,
Girl,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
God.
Yes. Yep. It's a shitty fucking rom com, but yeah, I kind of dig it.
Oh.
Grover, what about you? Guilty pleasure, TV show, movie?
I guess
Come on.
I don't know if it's guilty pleasure, but anytime a World War II documentary comes on,
Yeah.
I have to check it out.
Yeah.
What's your favorite World War II movie?
Oh wow. I haven't.
Private Ryan.
That's
Yep.
probably the most recent one that I can remember seeing.
That is the only
There's the one where there was I can't think of the name. It was about two British soldiers. They're trying to send a message from one side to the other through enemy territory.
Yeah.
1918. Well, that's World War One. No, I guess.
1914.
Yeah,
That movie
Yeah.
was intense.
yeah. But I guess by default, Saving Private Ryan. I guess that would be because I'm more of the documentary side of it.
Yeah.
What's the one? I think it's Clive Owen. He's a sniper.
Enemies
He's a Russian.
not enemies at the gate. I got the DVD.
Enemy at the Gate.
Enemy at the gate. Yeah,
That's a really good
that
movie.
is very good.
one.
Yeah, that definitely.
If we're going to talk about World War II movies, you also have to talk about Dunkirk, and also Inglourious Bastards.
Mhm.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
That's a really good one. It's
Yeah.
not a movie, but one of my go-to TV shows is Band of Brothers.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've watched that like at least 8 times.
and I guess movies, Conan the Barbarian or Destroyer.
Wait,
That's-
Conan the Barbarian, which one?
Well, there's the first one, which is the Barbarian.
Mm,
That's my favorite out of the two. The
okay.
Destroyer, it's too fantasy-ish, but it's still guilty. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
So
I get that. I guess my guilty pleasure go-to movie is probably
Wait a minute, Josh. What's her guilty pleasure movie, Josh?
You can't do that.
He won't guess it.
I will say, what is that fucking show? What is it?
Monday Night Raw.
You've watched it. And it has like 11,000 seasons, and she's watched 11,000 seasons 20 times. Was it
Supernatural.
Grey's Anatomy.
God,
Oh.
holy shit, man.
That's my go-to. There's nothing else to watch. Like I'll just put it on and rewatch it, and the next thing you know, I went through all 15 seasons 7 times. So that drives Josh nuts. The movie part he would never guess, but it's actually Gone with the Wind.
Wow.
I will sit through
Oh, okay.
all 3.5 hours of Gone with the Wind. I love that movie. I'm a big Clark Gable fan, so I guess it fits. But TV series, guilty pleasure, probably definitely Supernatural. But I've been hooked on a lot of like true crime TV shows, documentaries.
Oh, God, yeah.
I
Every
just
time I
Josh
go on
is
this,
rolling
like,
his
let me
eyes.
tell you about this story, and it's like the most terrible story. The guy molested and murdered teenage girls, and this person killed. I'm like, God, how do you watch that? I can't
it
do it.
helps me sleep.
What?
It
Oh,
helps me sleep.
I thought I knew you, Jade.
It's really good. It was called Taken. Taken at the same time, but it was a series of, these 2 girls being taken at the same time, but it happened in a series that were so close together. And they were like, up until this point, for the first 2 that were taken, it only happened 15 times for double abductions since the 70s. And then it's like, hey, by the way, less than 9 months later, there was this other double abduction. And then another year later, there was another double abduction. And they're trying to figure out the guy who did it. But they were like, it wasn't the guy who did this one, wasn't the guy who did this one. And it was like this whole thing. And you're trying to piece together, like, who could it possibly have been? It was pretty
Right.
crazy.
Right, but back to the part about how like people getting kidnapped and murdered and disemboweled and stuff helps you sleep.
I don't know. I watch it. I fall
you-
asleep. I'm
I
good.
think you're
Like,
burying the lead a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
Looks like
Josh.
looks
Josh
like
is
Jay
one eye
stuffed Josh in the closet based on this. Maybe
Look,
there's gonna be an
ideas.
episode about Jade pretty soon.
This is how an episode of the first 48 is going to start.
Josh is trying to give us some signals. Help me.
Smoke signals.
Like
SOS.
Josh,
SOS
tell us if you're okay.
On this edition of that's funny. I don't
Yeah.
know. I really like it though. I think those would be my two things. Like it's Gone with the Wind, supernatural and or true crime documentaries.
I gotta say, I did watch the series finale of Supernatural.
Yeah.
Was unimpressed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
expected more.
I did too.
It,
I
it,
did
it
too.
just wasn't.
Yeah, it's like leading up to it, you're like, man, they finally did it. They beat, everybody. Like they got to the point, and then you're like, really? That's
Right.
that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like nothing more.
Yeah, I'm a big sucker for series finales. Like I'll never watch the show at all, but I'll watch the series finale just to make sure that everything gets tied up.
Yeah.
Like Friends, I hate Friends. Friends is the worst TV show on the face of the planet.
I agree.
But I watched the series finale.
You watch your mouth, sir.
Like
Yeah.
it was
the
like
worst part of the band.
it was
And,
like the,
and that's how Tragic broke up on this episode of the first 48.
Fucking, I'm out of here.
Be it going behind the scenes.
it was like the series finale of Game of Thrones. Like that was bullshit. It was
Yeah.
stupid. I hate how that ended. 100%.
I never got into it.
Yeah, Josh and I watched it every
It was-
Sunday. So it's like
It was so
every
good.
Sunday we watched that, and then Monday nights we would watch the recorded episode of The Walking Dead because they were on at the same time. And then we were like, all right, so now we got to wait 2 years. So like a week prior to the premiere of the next season of Game of Thrones, we were rewatching the last season because we done forgot what happened. So
Yeah.
we were like, oh yeah, no, that did happen. Okay, yeah, no, that did happen. And then we went through it, and the ending, I was like, this is it, this is it, this is it.
Mm.
It's just complete letdown.
I love
But-
it.
Almost like the Sopranos in a way.
Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah, Josh was mad about that one.
I love the Sopranos, and then
Oh, that was a great show.
I was like,
I was young when that show come out, so like I didn't really watch it when I was younger. And I had like an urge to watch it. I've been wanting to watch it for years, and I watched that. Like I finished like all of it in a matter of like weeks. But man, that was a really freaking awesome show, dude.
Yeah. And it was one of those, like, Josh was watching it. I didn't watch it with him. So I was like, I'd walk in and go, what happened? Who is that? Why did he's like, just watch it and quit asking me. And I'm like, well, I want to know if I'm going to like it. Like, I just got to know if I'm going to like it or not.
Yeah, the
Christopher?
ending was fucked though. The ending was like,
Christopher?
what? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So the other question we have is, if you got to design a new instrument, what would you create and what would it sound like?
new instrument.
Right?
What's not out there is like
Right.
hybrid pan flute, electric. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go.
The electric
What hasn't
pan
been?
flute. There you go.
It hasn't been done.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Pedals for the kazoo, I guess.
There you go. Hey,
Robot band members.
robot band.
Isn't that called AI?
Yeah.
It's already been created.
You had the Chuck E. Cheese puppets on stage.
Animatronic, yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are so fucking creepy. They're so creepy.
Just instruments in general. People create anything and make it an instrument nowadays. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Brian came up with one.
A guitar that only plays drum sounds just because I want to annoy Justin.
Stay on tempo.
He's not wrong.
I've heard plenty of people emulate the sound of drums on an acoustic though. It's emulate, not
Yeah.
completely recreate.
Yeah.
My kid goes to a art school and she plays music there, and they have a percussions and like drummers and stuff, right? And I ask her all the time, like, how was school? It was great. It was fun. It was fine. You didn't sit with the drummers, right? Because they're not real people. And she's like, no, Dad, I didn't sit with the drummers. So,
Ah.
Man.
So, okay. So, let me ask you this. So, with your daughter, have you thought about her going to school, being in an art school, that she's going to come home and be like, Dad, I'm dating a musician?
no. Because
Bad idea.
we're all flighty and weird anyway.
Don't do
No,
it.
I don't care. As long as they treat her good, I don't care. But I did tell her that I don't care if it's a man, woman, dog, child. They put their hands on her, I'm going to fight them like they're a man. So
Hell
they better
yeah.
be able to throw hands.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I support that. Josh, what kind of instrument would you create?
I don't know. Robots, man. Robots.
Robots. You sticking with robots?
Yeah. You buy yourself a robot bass player. You buy yourself a robot drummer. Yeah.
The Silent Wife 3000. I don't know.
Oh God. Yeah.
The next iteration of Tragic is going to be Josh and like the Chuck E. Cheese on guitar and I don't know, something else on drums.
Oh God. Yeah, no, that's a tough question. Y'all remember the band Moto Grader?
Yeah.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
had they had some sort of instrument thing they created for that band.
Called the Motivator.
Yeah, you can hear it in some of the songs. It's kind of weird. There's another band that I listened to. I can't remember the name, but the singer actually plays I'm gonna fuck this up. A didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo.
I know you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like, it's pretty vibey. You know.
What band is
Josh, whenever this question came up, that's where I went in my mind was the Motivator.
Yeah.
It was basically a bass.
Yeah.
It was basically just a bass.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
So now they're going to get a new band member
A robot.
to play the, what is it called?
The didgeridoo.
the Suckamadoo? I don't know. What is it?
All right. So if you had to eat an entire barrel of one single thing, what would you choose? I'm going to answer for me and Grover because our answers are the same. Chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop. I had chicken Alfredo for breakfast the other day.
I'm still burping it. I got those cherry candies. I was like,
I'm sure
I-
my wife can answer this question for me.
Oh, I know it.
What is
Chicken
it?
wings.
Yeah, boy, I fuck some chicken wings.
Yeah.
that'd be number 2 on my list.
My favorite.
I can't do chicken wings. I don't like bone. Unpopular opinion.
She will not. I can't have anything with bones. It's miserable life, actually.
So what you're saying is that you like nuggets, not wings.
Yeah.
Sauce nuggets.
Yep.
I try
What
to.
is it?
I try to convince her that you get more flavor out of a piece of meat if it has bones in it, like your chicken, your pork
Yeah.
chops, like your steaks, like
Because there's flavor in the marrow.
the
Mhm.
bone marrow. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't. Tendon and the I can't do it. Can't do it.
If
It's
if
not-
I had
it's a thing.
if I had only one thing that I could eat, it would hands down be Philly cheesesteaks
No, yeah, that's
Ooh.
good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a
with
good one.
onions. With onions, it has to have onions.
It's hard to
With-
find a good
with-
one though.
With onions and no bell peppers.
I accidentally had one. I say accidentally. I unintentionally got one. I flew to Detroit with Brian, actually, and our flight home got delayed so long we weren't going to make it. So instead of flying into Charlotte, we had to fly into Philadelphia. And I wasn't even really hungry, but we
You
found
got it,
a Philly cheesesteak place, and it was the best fucking sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Absolutely.
I believe it.
Now, did they have
So-
cheese whiz on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have the cheese whiz. I'm telling you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Josh, there is a local place called Fly by Phillies on
Yeah.
Appalachian Parkway, and my God, man,
Yeah, I've eaten one from there, but they didn't have the cheese whiz when I went there, and I was like, well, I really don't want it if you don't have the cheese whiz. Like
I
that's
know, right?
that's the whole point. I'm here, man. Like,
Brian says he's not lying. That sandwich made me slap my mother when I got home.
yeah,
That was a
Philly-
long ass day. Like we were supposed to be home like 1 in the afternoon ish. We didn't get home until almost 8 o'clock. We were supposed to board at like 6 a.m. and our flight got delayed until like 1:30.
Ugh.
So around about 10:30, I found an Outback Steakhouse in the airport and started drinking.
Oh, the blooming onion. Oh God, it's my
He's
favorite.
been wanting blooming onion for a minute.
Dude, I will go there and I don't want shit. Like I don't want your food. Just give me that blooming onion. I'll eat that motherfucker the whole time there. The sauce they make, I don't know what that is, but oh man, you can drink that shit.
And now we're
Yeah.
going to be going to Outback at some point this week.
Oh God, yeah.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was about to say thanks.
We only have one, man, and it's always packed when we go there. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
and that other place I've been wanting to try, it's what's his name, the football player, old Saints quarterback, retired, Drew
Drew
Brees.
Brees.
Oh,
Drew
Drew
Brees.
Brees,
His restaurant. What's that place called?
game time?
No,
Game time? Halftime?
Breezy's.
but he opened one in town, and dude, you cannot get into that place, dude. It is slammed lunch, dinner every single day, so it must be good. But it's like, dude,
Walk-ons.
yeah, walk-ons, yeah. But I can't sit and wait for food, man. If I'm going to eat, I'm ready to eat.
Yeah.
I'm with
Yeah.
you. No. When I went to the Olive Garden today, I didn't wait for a table. I went straight to the bar.
That-
You're
Power
gonna
move.
see me. Yeah, man.
Power move.
Yeah. I just pushed
No.
the waitress aside. No.
Just shove her, get out of my way.
That's a
Yeah,
man on a
that's
mission.
right.
He walked in and he was like, "Oh, I'm Alfredo. I'm not waiting."
Yeah.
Bar.
That's exactly how that would end up.
It's him. Move out of the way. It's like, don't get hurt.
Face smush.
A nervous
Same
hush fell. A nervous hush fell over the kitchen.
Yeah.
Get it ready.
On this episode of the first 48.
Yeah. Alfredo killer.
I'm not kidding. I would unalive somebody for some good chicken Alfredo.
That's
Especially
deep.
if they couldn't have it.
I'm with Josh. Chicken wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken wings are pizza.
Pizza's a good one. Deep
Like,
dish,
I
like
can-
Chicago style or New York style?
Pizza. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
I just love pizza. It's carbs, cheese. I don't really need anything else. It's just
Ooh.
good. And chicken wings are fantastic.
It's the perfect.
Jade, you
pooper.
and Josh need to come over one night. Then I make some bomb ass Alfredo. Done.
He's not wrong.
Deal.
Oh, yeah.
Deal.
Justin, I appreciate your answer to Chicago or New York. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
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 Jon Stewart one time famously said that Chicago deep dish is not a pizza, it's casserole. I'm here for that casserole.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's
Right.
delicious.
You're
That
not
makes
wrong.
sense.
Every kind of pizza has its own unique flair to it. I just like it,
That's true. There's a place here right up the street from us called Soleil's, and they're like real Italian pizza. So like you order a slice and it's as big as your head type pizza,
Yeah.
and that is the best pizza. Like,
Yeah, I gotta
I
take
have-
Justin there one day.
yeah,
good.
Woo. I love that place.
I'll even eat Little Caesars.
Yeah.
I like Little Caesars.
Hey, not bad.
It's
On a
by and
crunch.
large it's garbage pizza, but you know what you're getting for $5.
Right.
That's
Yours
true.
for $5? What? Not like $6.99 up here. I was like, I have to move to Florida now.
Yeah, Hungry Howard's used to be like the cheapest, man. Like I remember my cousin had them on fucking speed dial. We'd go get drunk and we're like he'd speed dial, call Hungry Howard's. Yeah, we're picking up pizza. They like knew them by name and everything.
Yeah. Their wings actually used to be really, really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh don't like their wings.
There's not pizza joints that make good wings. I think the only one that I really decently like is Pizza Hut, and I don't know how they make their sauce, but it's like really syrupy, but it's like really good. But like Papa, like I don't like baked wings if I'm going out to get wings. You know,
What about Soleil's wings?
they were pretty good, but yeah, they changed it. They're like, well, you got to buy 15 minimum. I'm like, well, I'm not paying $30 for 15 wings. I'm not gonna eat.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
They're not that good, you know.
Salty dogs. You liked salty dogs too, but
Yeah,
they went
they're
up on prices.
they're great. I got another place I need to take Justin. That place is phenomenal. With
I'm here
fish
for it.
wings. Yeah,
Just
here
is
for
like
it.
food done.
yeah.
Yeah. Next time I'm in town overnight, yeah, I'm there.
Oh yeah.
That place in A-Town Wings, I think has the best ones in town for sure. Lindy's used to be great, but they like closed all them down. That was like my really go-to wing place with Lindy's.
Isn't the only Lindy's left is by the venue, right? By Legacy?
Yeah,
The place across from Rehearsal Studio, I want to try that.
oh, the Wild Willie's
Wild
place.
Willie's?
Yeah. I don't know why. Something about it says I'm either going to get stabbed or they're going to be the best wings ever.
Their
I'm leaning
pulled
towards
pork
the best wings
barbecue-
ever.
You might
Their
get
pulled
both.
pork barbecue is on point. Their
Really?
pulled pork is
Okay.
really good.
All right.
Like really good.
What you
So,
going? Yeah. I
Josh
was
and
gonna say,
went
what you
there
going to
and-
have a sauce called Stab You Sauce?
Yeah. Josh and I went there years ago, and we met with a bunch of friends, and we were like, "Who's going to pick up the tab?" kind of thing. And we ended up walking out. We're like, "Oh, did you get the tab?" They're like, "No, we thought you got the tab." And we're like, "But we thought he had the tab." And we're like, "Oh, uh-oh." We haven't
Yeah.
been back since.
Never went back.
Yeah, wanted posters. Have you seen
yeah.
these two people?
We got home and we were like, "Wait a minute, hang on, who paid?"
That was
Oops.
the best food I ever had. I guess because it was free.
So, what if you could only have 3 things on your life bucket list? What would they be?
Life bucket.
I hate this question.
on my life's bucket list.
Top 3 bucket list.
Attainable, or
Sure.
or imaginary.
Okay.
Like it might not happen ever in my lifetime, but I want
Yeah.
it on the bucket
Yeah.
list.
We'll do it. We'll do that. Yeah. Top 3 things.
I guess I'll go. I want to take a train trip in Japan from the very south to the very north.
Okay.
And I've seen YouTube videos of train travel. I don't know why that seems to be my interest now, like Amtrak and all that.
It's awesome.
Going, but I've been seeing a lot of Tokyo train travel, and they got so many different type of trains you can get on, theme trains, VIP, luxury. I'm not spending $6,000 a night on a train for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
Right.
that, but traveling Japan is on the bucket list. That's number 1. Touring Japan is number 2. Or somewhere in European, but Japan would be
Is eating Alfredo in Japan number 3? Because
squid, probably. Yeah, squid Alfredo. But I'll pass on that. And then bucket lists. This is the imaginary thing. Is being nominated for a Grammy and taking, the hottest supermodel ever, I guess, as my +1. And then I didn't care if I win the Grammy or not, but just
You just wanna go.
be there and be
Yeah.
nominated.
Be nominated.
That'd be my.
when I went to England a couple of years ago, I had to travel from London to Somerset, which is in the south, and then from Somerset to Newcastle in the north, and all of it was by train. And the train ride was absolutely gorgeous because you're just passing by all this English countryside.
Exactly.
It's just absolutely incredibly beautiful and incredibly easy. Like everything is just super, super easy to travel by train there. It's so I like the travel by train. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I went from North Carolina to Maryland on train, and I like both ways there and back. And hands down, I would love to do a cross country train. And
It's
just the scenery itself is worth it. It's
Exactly.
beautiful.
It's part of the vacation.
Yeah.
When you drive, you're tired as hell,
Mhm.
even after 100
Yeah.
miles, it's like, fuck this shit. And then when you're on a train, you're just like sitting back on the lounge, seeing the scenery go by, So that's
Yep.
how I look at it. So
Yeah.
definitely one day I'm going to go on a train trip.
I suggest it. Justin, what about you? Top 3?
I have a lot of travel destinations that I'm definitely going to do. Japan is definitely on there, but one bucket list item. What's that?
Speaking to Josh's heart.
Both you guys.
If I go without my daughter, she's going to kill me. Like I'll land back in the United States and she'll find me and she'll choke me to death.
Maybe that's one of her bucket lists.
That's killing me and going to Japan.
Another episode of
First 48.
First 48.
One of them I'm actively doing with Brian actually is seeing an NHL game in every current city. I've done Florida, Tampa, Detroit so far. This year we're going to go to North Carolina, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Another bucket is a lot of them are sports related. I'm sorry. I just love
Mine are
sports.
Mine are too.
I want to see a rivalry game. I don't care which one. It could be Florida State, Miami, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon State. Because I want to see a college football rivalry game in, whoever's stadium. I don't really care who it is. It would just be just a cool experience. Like college football has some of the best rivalries and some of the best traditions, and it's just fantastic, really, really cool stuff. And I guess just travel and see as many different places as humanly possible.
Hell yeah.
My
Oh, yeah.
boss went to see the Aggies in Notre Dame play yesterday,
Ooh.
and he tailgated.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So he had a blast.
That place
Yeah.
looked wild, man.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that did look insane. Josh, what about you? Top 3 bucket list?
Go to Japan for sure. Sounds like we're all gonna have to go. at
Boy
one time.
trip.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna learn how to samurai.
Yeah. Japan. I want to be a Jedi. I want a pet lion. You said only 3. Okay, the real ones. Like I do want to be a Jedi, but so Japan for sure. I'd love to go to like a playoff game. Boston Celtic game is on my bucket list. That would be super awesome. Third, I don't know, man. I don't have a lot. So yeah, I mean, going to Japan is like my huge bucket list. I want to go see a Boston Celtics games in playoff times. And Boston will be pretty cool place to go see and visit.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
And maybe Oregon. I feel like Oregon's a really beautiful place to go see. I got some friends over there too. So
I was about to say, you just want to go see the boys.
no, that place is really beautiful, man. They live over there and they always send me these pictures and I was like, wow, that place is really gorgeous, man. There's not really any other places in the US that I'd really care to go see. Like I don't want to go to New York. I like Florida. So yeah, I guess that's it.
That's not bad. Rob, what about you?
Kind of in the vein of what Justin was talking about, it would be to travel from London to the Manchester area. That's where my family came from. To my second one is to see Metallica. I still haven't seen them. Fuck. And my third is to jam with them.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Those are good ones.
I would love to jam with them.
Time's running out, my friend.
Fuck, I know, right? I need to be excused for a moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess my
Don't forget
top
the
3
wife.
is my top 3 is kind of like a lot like Justin's. It's a lot of sports related. I want to go to I want to attend one home game of all my favorite sports teams. So Washington, Boston Celtics, Boston Bruins, Boston Red Sox, UNC.
The Boston Bruins thing would be cool, except that Brad Marchand is a piece of shit.
You're not wrong.
There's
Okay,
that.
I can agree with that. Actually, the other one would be I want to commentate a home football game for UNC versus Duke in-state rivalry. I want to commentate it, and then I want to ring the bell when Tar Heels win.
Uncensored.
Yeah, uncensored. It's gonna happen because I would throw hands. I would fight a football player at Duke.
Those fucking Dukies.
Exactly. Exactly. My third one, I guess my third one would be shit. You know, since we're talking about trains, I'd like to take that train ride that goes from east to west across the United States.
Mhm.
And it's like I want to do that. Just for the fact that the stops that you make, like it makes stops along the way that you can, you know, do stuff or whatever. But I would really just love to see the country from the train's point of view like that. Just because when I went from North Carolina, you know, to Maryland, it was awesome. Like looking out the window, seeing the scenery. You had a bar right there. You had a restaurant in the train that you could go to. It was really, really cool. I would love to do that.
I saw a video where it went from San Francisco to New York City, and some of the stops were like Chicago, Denver. You know, so sometimes you hit those major cities too. So, you know, so no, I'm with you
exactly.
there.
The
Exactly.
part of the seeing an NHL game in every city is going and rooting for the home team, just because I just want to be a part of that atmosphere. Like I'm not necessarily a huge fan of anyone else besides the Red Wings. I mean, Florida's, you know, I like the Panthers too, but just to go and be a part of a larger group and just enjoy watching the same thing and be rooting for the same thing at the same time. Like that just sounds like it's an incredibly fun experience.
Yeah.
That you just show up and you at least have that in common with them.
Absolutely. Like being in North Carolina back in Fayetteville, we had like a lot of minor leagues where the major leagues would pull players from the minor leagues. So we had like the Fayetteville, they're called the Fayetteville Swamp Dogs, but that was the minor league baseball team. But there were traditions that, you know, just like you were talking about with that atmosphere, that when you would attend, it's like everybody would chant the same thing, or everybody had to eat a certain food, or, you know, just little nuances that a lot of people didn't really understand unless you went to the games. My favorite one was the hockey team that they had called the Fayetteville Fire Ants. And they had a tradition that was it was funny. The last time that I went, I took one of my best friends who was in the Army, and he had never been to a hockey game. He didn't even know like really the sport. And I'm like, okay, well, don't worry. Like we'll walk through it. You'll see it. You know, you're going to have fun. And he's like, oh, I don't know. It's hockey. And I'm like, dude, trust me, you'll have fun. So I bought the tickets. Me and him went, and we were sitting like halfway up the stadium, you know, and the fire ant mascot came down, and he like just plops down next to me, and he's just like, you know, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, I was like, what's up? You know, and we were like having fun with the mascot. And he's like, he looked over, he's like, this your girl? And my friend's like, ew, that's my sister. And he's like, oh man, he's like, that's cool. He's like, who bought the tickets? And I was like, I did. And he goes, man, he's like, you're an awesome sister. And he's like, come on, we're upgrading your seats. So we got to go sit in the VIP section where it had a couch with the pull out, you know.
Oh, nice.
Well, one of
Red
the sections. It's nice.
Yeah, so he upgraded our seats for us, and so we got the spotlight shined on us, and it's like the upgrade seats for tonight go to these two, you know, and they shine thing. But every time that we would score a goal, so like it was like 4-2, and it was like the whole stadium, the whole, you know, arena would just be like it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. He shoots, he scores. Hey, whatever the another team is, you suck, you know. And it was like things like that, and it was one of those. The atmosphere things that you're talking about, 100% agree. That's the best part of any sport that you go to. Like I went, even going to an FSU game, we went to FSU UNC game. That was surreal, just seeing the Knowles fans and all the stuff that, you know, Florida State, it's being a part of that atmosphere, even though I was getting side-eyed for wearing my Tar Heels t-shirt and hoodie, but that's okay.
But I didn't think about sports, but I have to agree with you. I got to go to Commanders game one day, but when they play the Cowboys out there,
Lucky?
no, I got to go. Not that
You have
out
to go
there not in Dallas, yes, but over there in DC, no.
Yeah.
I want to go.
You got to experience Washington's atmosphere.
Yeah, I want to be there when that happens.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I saw a Jaguars game when we were in Indianapolis against the Colts. We took my youngest brother, who was turning 21 at the time, and we bought tickets. And me and both of my little brothers and my stepdad, I say little brothers, they're both like maybe 4 to 6 inches shorter than me, and just broad, just hardworking construction dudes. And we just show up in all Jags gears, and like the Colts fans were fun. They were talking trash. I mean, it was mostly a good time, but it was just such a crazy electric thing to be a part of. Even rooting for the other team, you know.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So before we let you guys go, I want to hear if there's any more tragic news, if there's any more upcoming shows outside of the October 19th. What you guys got? What does the rest of 2024 look like for tragic?
I'm sure there's probably some tragic news. You just go to CNN and there's some tragedies there.
Absolutely. 100%.
I always find it funny. I see these little things pop up, and it's like tragic, and I'm like, "Ooh!" And then it's like these kids died in a car wreck. I'm like, "Oh man!"
Yeah, that's why you don't Google. That's why you don't Google tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic 850. I can walk again. That's good news.
Yeah.
Yay! Yes. That's right. You had surgery.
Yeah. Had knee surgery about a month ago.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm almost back to fighting shape. So yeah.
Good.
That's what happens when you're a professional breakdancer for 10 years.
Had to miss out on the Olympics this year.
Damn.
You get a pop and lock, a different term, huh?
I don't think we have anything really super. I will say for the October 19th show that we do have tickets. And, you know, we were told, hey, here's a ticket, sell them. That's the money you keep for the show. So if you want tickets for the show, hit us up. We're going to pay what you want for the ticket. So if you have $1 in your pocket and you feel that's like what you want to pay, give us $1, you get a ticket for the show.
No, fuck no.
But, you know, we're not. You know, we're not trying to make a bunch of money at our hometown shows. I mean, if we travel, like it's a little different, but we just want to make sure people can get to the show and come to the show. You know, if you're struggling and you ain't got the money, here's a fucking ticket. Let's go. So if you got tickets, if you want tickets, just hit us up. We'll get you some tickets to the show. Do it kind of like that, not, $20 for a ticket or you're not getting one, but, so just news for anybody that's wanting tickets to the show, hit us up, man. We'll have the cheapest tickets around, I promise.
For pelts
out there, the EP, we're hoping to get it done this year. I don't know if that's going to happen. Hopefully January, February timeframe, we're going to be done and drop the EP somewhere around that time. But we've just been taking our time with it and not really trying to rush it. Just make sure that when we put it out, we're 100% satisfied. The first EP we put out, I did all the recording and mixing on it, and I think I was really pressured to put it out there when I really wasn't too happy about it. So this next EP, I just wanted to make sure, like, hey, man, when it's out there, I know I gave it 100% and it's exactly what I like and I love, and maybe I'll be able to listen to it. Not like the first EP where I think I listened to it once and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'll listen to that again. But so that's really all we got planned. Try to book some more shows for this year. That's about it. We're trying to get a band manager or something like that going to really start helping us book our shows and push our social medias and stuff like that. So that's kind of a next step for us, especially before we put the EP out. We really want to do our diligence and make sure we put it out the right way, and find somebody that can get it in the right hands, type of stuff. So that's really what we're kind of focused on right now. Just wrapping the EP up, taking on shows when they come. But that's our sole focus, is getting that done right, and making sure when we drop it, it's not on deaf ears.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But the good news about the EP is we really only have just the one song to finish, and we've already got a good head start on it. We've already got the artwork. We've already got tracks. We just got to finish just a little bit and schedule a party to celebrate the release.
Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like an EP release show or something. I don't know if people really do that anymore, but maybe do something like that. Just kind of celebrate, and have some of our friend bands
Guys,
on.
I am so fucking proud of you guys. I really, truly, honestly love your music. I am such a big fan of everything. Excuse me. I'm such a big fan of everything you guys put out. And it is so warming to see you guys pushing and pushing and pushing and going. You're not like, oh, we're gonna take a fucking 8-month hiatus and we'll see what happens. You guys are always fucking working and grinding and making shit happen. And I am so fucking proud of you guys. I just can't wait to see what you guys do next.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
So hopefully October 19th we'll be playing the new song too. So that'll be our first time playing it. So that's gonna be kind of cool too.
Yeah. Going back to what you just said, Rob, like it's not. We're working because we genuinely love it.
Yes.
It's not work to us. Like we just enjoy the grind. We just enjoy the process and enjoy everything about it. So like I'd do it more if I could. Like if we were in the same place at the same time, holy shit, we'd have so much done.
I mean, and Justin, just speaking to what you're contributing to the band, you're driving from fucking Jacksonville to Tallahassee. I think I've heard once or twice a week.
Twice a month. I'm contributing like nothing. Like I'm contributing. I'm contributing what I can when I can, and just trying to keep up with Josh and Andrew and Sevi and everybody else. And like I'm not the new guy anymore by any stretch of the imagination, but like I'm trying to just do my part, fill my role, and make this band better in my own way.
Definitely.
And fortunately for me, I've lucked out, and there's already a solid foundation there. So, like, I'm the lucky one.
Oh,
that's cool. That's real cool.
That's awesome. So everybody who's listening, who's watching, wherever you're listening or watching on, be sure to check out Tragic at tragicband.com and go listen to their stuff, buy their shit, do all the things. It's an awesome site. Go do it. Just go do it. Thank you guys for hopping in last minute and being our surprise special guests. Because just FYI, this was not planned. It was literally like 30 minutes before the show. I'm like, hey, so what you guys want to do? Justin was in the middle of the show. I'm like, hey, Josh is hopping on. You want to hop on? He's like, okay, sure, I guess. So he kind of got roped into it by proxy. So thank you guys for taking the time and being here. And season 2 kickoff of Off the Record podcast. We're going to have some awesome shit coming your guys' way. So be sure to stay tuned and watch, because that's the only way you're going to find out what the new shit is.
We're going to have a lot of crowd participation.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Be fun.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you all.
Thank you.